Baxbara.
Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bax and it's absolutely fabulous meeting you. Today we are about to take our relationship to the next level. Okay, that's just what it is. And I think in order for us to take our relationship to the next level, I have to tell you an embarrassing story, and we need to just kind of like establish some sort of like vulnerability between you and I. So I'm gonna trust you with this story, and I'm gonna trust that you're not gonna judge me because you're my online bestie and I can trust you. Period. Okay, so this is how the story goes. I'm so nervous to share the story because it's so embarrassing, but like, this is a safe space, right? Everyone's, yeah? Okay, cool. So the other day I was watering my plants and I took my plants out. I don't know if you've ever seen my plants. So I've got a monstera plant, I've got a fig leaf plant, and I've got a bamboo bush kind of thing going on. I think you've seen it on the Becoming Barbara series with like, you know, the little plants at the bottom? Yeah, those are my babies. So a couple of months ago, I was like, let me water my plants. And so I took them outside my room and I kind of like lined them up outside because then I was gonna like hose them down and like do the whole thing. But as I lined them out, I was like, this is kind of cute. Like, I like the aesthetic of how my plants look right now outside, getting ready for their little like watering situation. And I thought, let me take a picture. And you know me, you know how much I love taking pictures of the sunsets. I love taking pictures of nature. I just love aesthetics. Like, aesthetics give me life. So I took a picture and I uploaded it to my WhatsApp status, and I was like, ooh, look at my babies, you know, about to get drenched or whatever. And when I posted it, I realized that I've got my crush's number on WhatsApp, right? And I was like, you know, if this man texts me and says, ooh, what cute plants you have, what are your plants? I know this is ridiculous, but stay with me. He's like, what cute plants do you have? In my imagination anyway, because I'm someone who, like, you know, I panic a lot. And so for me, it's very important that I prepare for like worst case scenarios and option A, B, C. I need to have a script ready and down in my head for when the conversation arises. So I'm like, when my crush texts me to say, what are my plants' names? Because I'm busy here calling them my babies. And I know most people who have plants, plant moms and plant dads, have got names for their plants. Like Tando, for example, Sexy Unicorn. I think he names his plants like Ngingu or something crazy like that. But it's cute, it's Xhosa-ish, you know, it's got a vibe. And every other friend that I have, I'm not gonna go and like name all my god plant children. That's not what we're gonna do today. But I was like, I need to find a name and I need to commit to it. But more than find a name, I need to find a name that makes sense. Like, I want the name to be a conversation starter. Like, when my crush hears me tell him the names of my plants, they must have such good meaning that when he hears it, it must be like, I named my plant Miriam because Miriam means bringer of light, and Miriam Makemna, you know, Makeba, during apartheid, brought light into the, and then it's like this deep thing. Then he's like, wow, she's so deep and so intelligent and like so fine. I need her to name my kids, so I'm gonna marry her. Like, this is how my brain works. Real time, this is how my brain works. So so I go on Google, right, and I'm like trying to figure out names that have deep meanings that will make my crush realize that actually I'm the love of his life. So I decided to go with Yoruba names because I hope I'm saying it right. Yoruba is a Nigerian tribe, I believe. Well, it's a language, okay? One of the Nigerian languages or languages in Nigeria. Girl, you know what I mean. And I'm like, I love how their names sound. Like, I had a Nigerian friend at Res, and her name was Ibikunolua, right? And I had another friend whose name was Timilehin Olua. I hope I'm saying it right, oh my word. But anyway, their names ended with Olua. And I was like, why do all your names end with Olua? Like, this makes no sense. And she was like, oh no, Olua means God, and so this means what of God. And I was like, wow, that is so deep and so good. And so for me, I've always been fascinated with like Nigerian names and like how beautiful they sound, but how deep their meanings are. And I was like, this is exactly how I'm going to catch my crush. I'm gonna give my plants Nigerian names. So I go on Google and I'm like, Yoruba names. So I'm looking through the names, trying to find a name that can, you know, give me something, one that sounds really, really hot, but at the same time has a very deep meaning. So I'm going through the names. There's Ayokunle, there's Adesola, there's all of these amazing names, and I'm just like, okay, this name, the word bangs, but the meaning is not as deep as I need it to be, so I'm gonna move over to something else. And I ended up being super disappointed because I was like, I really can't find a name, and this is breaking my heart. Like it's messing with me right now, because you guys literally, if I don't find this name, I'm literally not gonna get married. I need to find this name so that my crush can realize I'm the love of his life and propose. So I end up leaving Google like super sad and super like bummed out because I couldn't find 3 names that I felt like would do what they needed to do. But there was one name in particular that just wouldn't escape my mind. Like as I went out throughout the day, it just kept ringing in my head like Adeyemi, Adeyemi, Adeyemi. And it really did catch my attention. It caught my spirit, you know? So I go into Google and I'm like, Adeyemi, what the heck is this? And Adeyemi translates to the crown befits me. And when I looked at different translations, another translation said worthy of the crown. And I was like, damn, like, yo. So, so I'll explain now why I'm saying yo. So I'm screaming yo because I'm just like, that's so crazy, because this is literally what God has been speaking to me about. So in my entire journey as a YouTuber and a creative and stepping out to go do all of these different ventures that you guys know I'm pretty much getting into and dibbling and zabbling in, I have been facing a bit of imposter syndrome here and there. Like there are moments where I look at my life and I'm like, why am I sitting in this room with all of these people? Why are these opportunities coming to me? I don't understand why me, like it makes no sense. And so for me in that moment, God was really, I know it's so wild. I'm trying to impress my crush, and the Holy Spirit is trying to work something into me. And over again, day after day, when I went to church, when I was having conversations with people, this word was constantly being affirmed in me and confirmed for me that I am worthy of the crown. And the crown, not like an actual crown, but the crown as in I am worthy of every single opportunity that is being bestowed on me. The crown of, you know, having this platform and being a voice for a lot of women. And I've seen on this channel, we've got like 94% women, which is quite a lot. If you take 8,200 times 94%, that's literally like 7,000 something women between the ages of 18 and 25, which is a huge deal that you are here with me and you and I are coexisting at the very same time. That's wild to me. And over it's just like, you're worthy of the crown. And so I've got church leaders, you know, affirming everything that God is doing in and through me. I've got friends affirming everything that God is doing in and through me. And then I've got you DMing me and messaging me, and in the comment section, we're constantly going back and forth, you and I. And I'm realizing every day that my little irrelevant story is a little bit more than just an irrelevant story, because it's a story that you can relate to, and it's a story that I can learn from through you, because when I speak about it, then you comment about it, then I realize a perspective I didn't see before, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I believe that through the coming episodes of That's Funny Season 2, there will be so many different, and Season 3, because we filmed Season 2, 3, and 4 is currently in the making, but there's so many different conversations around motherhood, around navigating your 20s, you know, dropping out, the fear of failure, all of these kinds of stuff, crushes, how to get over your crush. Exactly. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think these conversations, and we can take, for example, the conversation around parenting and motherhood, will completely change the narrative behind the angry black mom. You know, all the biases and politics on the internet about black moms being toxic, and you know all the memes about black moms. We're not going to get into that. Even if it's just 5 girls who take something away from that changes the way that they then decide to parent in the future, means that 5 whole families are going to be blessed through everything that we do on this channel, which is super exciting. And I think first and foremost, I really want to say thank you so much to absolutely everybody who has supported this journey, who has supported every single podcast episode, who has supported this YouTube channel. Did you know that we're currently sitting on 400,000 views? That's insane. It's crazy. But I also believe that we've built a community that is very big on support. And so for everyone who's been looking for ways to support this channel and to support the movement behind everything that we're doing on That's Funny, Becoming Barbara, and all the different segments of this channel, you can now show your support via channel memberships and super thanks, but mostly channel memberships. So basically what channel memberships are is a subscription to the channel. If you cannot subscribe subscribe, that's okay. The content will still be there. You can still access absolutely everything. So you're becoming Barbara, that's funny. It's all still freely accessible to everyone. The only difference is the channel members get to actually watch the stuff and see the conversations with their eyes and not just listen to it. And if you take a look at the channel memberships, you will realize that the first tier, the second tier, and the third tier are exactly identical. On this channel, obviously, we've got high school students, we've got working people, and then we've got like varsity students who need a hug. So hug us when you see us, because it's literally semester 2 and it's shaking. And I did a poll on Instagram back in February, and I know a lot of you said you wanted to show your support with more than just 20 Rand, and others said 20 Rand is all that I can do. And so in tier 1, you can support the channel with 20 Rand a month. Tier 2, you'll be supporting the channel with 40 Rand a month. And tier 3, I respect the people in tier 3 because hey, but you can be supporting the channel and the content that we make here with 100 Rand a month. But for everyone who would love to continue supporting the channel just via your comments, your sharing on Instagram, on Twitter, and all of your WhatsApp, the people sharing on WhatsApp, you guys are my fighters. You're the real backbone of this channel. But that's not the point. The point is, for you guys, everything will still be fully available. The only difference is early access to videos, behind the scenes footage where necessary. Also, a little birdie told me somebody's daughter is planning on finally entering the South Africa, and so behind the scenes footage would also include all of the preparations towards that girl. Not me, that girl, whoever that special girl is, preparation towards entering the South Africa. And then obviously your That's Funny podcast visuals. The podcast will still be available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts for free of charge. But if you want to view it, if you want to get a 3D baby of what's going on, then I would highly encourage you to support us in everything that we're doing on this channel via the channel memberships, which we are calling online besties because that's the real gang. But again, I really want to say thank you so much for the support. I think the channel memberships are just another way that you can show your support. But to everybody that has been liking, commenting, sharing the stuff on WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, all that kinds of jazz, I really want to say thank you so much, because this brand and this channel and everything that we're doing, the conversations that we are having, wouldn't have even been possible if it wasn't for your support. But again, I want to stress that if you are not a channel member, you literally will not be missing out on anything, because you still can access the podcast. I guess the only thing that you'd probably be missing out on is the behind the scenes of the Miss South Africa journey, but that's because it's so embarrassing. You know what I mean? It's literally what about Isdima Sam? Imagine me posting stuff like that on the internet with my chest. That's crazy. I'm only sharing that journey with my best friends and my online best friends, because if I had to share it with anyone else, I'd literally, even me saying it now, look, now the streets know that I want to enter next year. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Now I have to walk outside tomorrow and face people with my face and say, guys, and I think if you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, you would know that I've had so many different insecurities and hesitations around entering with Miss South Africa, but also entering it with my whole chest. Very scary stuff, extremely scary. But I have faith, and I trust that absolutely everything works out for the good of those who love God. So it's not even about, making it all the way through and winning. That would be great. That would be fantastic. But more than making it all the way through and winning, for me, I think it's just the opportunity to be on a platform that can make the messaging of this channel spread like wildfire. Being on a platform that advocates for women and children, and guys, can you tell I'm excited? I'm so excited. So yeah, I'll be seeing you in the corners for that particular thing, but everything else will continue running as usual. Nobody who's not a member will be excluded from anything. I mean, obviously, by the time I enter next year, I'll probably if I enter next year and I make top 30, they let me in, I actually get accepted, then I'll just unprivate all of them. I'm probably gonna release the journey over to the public, but until then, my chest is Dimasam. I gotta protect it. But I'm gonna love and leave you. It's been a fabulous time chilling with you, and just guys, I'm so excited. I'm literally it's scary, but it's exciting at the same time, because it's we're literally taking our relationship and the trust that we have with each other to the next level. But at the same time, it's it's still the internet, you know what I mean? Like, you're literally doing this with your chest, which is so scary. But hopefully one day we can look back at these videos and laugh and say, wow, I had no idea that 10 years down the line, this is where this decision would have led to, or this is where this movement would have come to. So again, even to the people who keep on encouraging me on Instagram, because every time I put up a question sticker, it's always, when are you entering Miss South? I really want to say thank you so much for encouraging me and speaking against the little voices of insecurity that I have pertaining the platform. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a video on my channel, posted December, around the time of December 5th, somewhere there. That video where I just go into detail about Miss South Africa, why I felt like I wasn't good enough, all that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, I'm definitely rambling, but it's because I'm nervous. So I'm gonna love and leave you. Goodbye. That's literally all I can say. Ciao.